I am a vegan and it tastes like bacon.
You're not flailing in the wind at the end going, how much did I add?
I'm like, other people would be so excited to see this.
Straight bicolor chocolate I found kind of boring.
Vacuum exploded also.
We need to make sure 100% we have enough cocoa butter in this recipe.
I'm learning what kind of chocolate I actually like.
So far, you haven't made chocolate.
No, I haven't.
You have, but that's well over 400 degrees.
I have experienced a cocoa butter fire.
So that's what the kit's going to be. I'm John Nancy with Chocolate Alchemy.
I'm Madeline with Chocolate Alchemy.
You rock that. I was going to introduce you.
Okay, perfect.
No, it's fine. It's
I got
perfectly
scared.
good. For those of you who have placed orders and have had to talk to somebody, this is Maddie. This is who you're talking to. She's been with us for, what has it been? Last May, so about a year.
Almost a year, yeah.
Almost a year. And so far, you haven't made chocolate.
No, I haven't.
You haven't. I want to start making chocolate with you, partly because I want you to be more involved here, but also because back, I guess it was September, October, you started getting an interest in the chocolate kits of the month.
Yes.
And I was kind of hitting a doldrum. And you started rocking some new ideas that I fucking love. So you've been, if anybody's noticed, the chocolate kits of the month might have shifted just a little bit in some of their energy, and it's both due to Maddie here and Noah who roasts for us. So today, and we've talked about this a lot, we've started some of the process, but tell me what your thoughts were about it.
I got really excited for Women in Chocolate.
Well, and the kit and the whole thing.
I
Absolutely.
got really excited for the kits. And now that I'm roasting, I'm learning all of the different bean profiles and the flavors that come through. And I'm learning what kind of chocolate I actually like. So I really liked the basic dark chocolate kits, but then when you come in and you are a mad scientist and you're just creating all of these different flavors, and you're going from white all the way to dark and doing all these experiments, I'm like, other people would be so excited to see this. And so I really wanted to be more involved with the March kit because it's Women's History Month.
Right.
I'm now a woman in chocolate, and this is so new to me. I'm still learning. So I wanted to, be inspired, try a bean that I haven't had a lot of experience with. We're choosing Belize.
So why'd you pick Belize?
I picked Belize because when I was looking up Women in Chocolate, I really, really liked the goddess cacao. I believe that's how it's pronounced.
Sounds about right.
And I just thought it was so inspiring. March is spring. This goddess is the goddess of the cacao tree in Belize for the Mayan goddess. And she represents fertility and just new beginnings. And she was in charge of feeding everybody. And so, women in charge.
Okay, great. You also decided to add something to this.
Oh, the roasted bicolor.
The bicolor.
Yes. I am a vegan and it tastes like bacon. I love it.
And sort of milkiness, creaminess, or something.
Yeah, it's a creaminess. I noticed when we did just bicolor chocolate, it's a little greasy. But when you cut it with the nibs, it's really nice so far with what we've tested.
For me, it gives it a depth of flavor.
Yeah.
That, there it is. I'm honestly, straight bicolor chocolate I found kind of boring. Well, here's the thing I want to do with you today, because we're going to run into eventually making some chocolate, putting this on for the kit.
Okay.
These are iterations that we've done together, kind of sort of just getting up some benchmarks.
Yeah.
We have 300 grams of Alta Bene, 200 grams of bicolor dark roast, a dark roast, and we're calling it dark. The color didn't change, but it was 300 degrees. 200 grams of cocoa butter and 300 grams of sugar. And so actually this first one, here we go, was the Palo Santo. 280 Palo Santo, 120 cocoa butter, the same 300 bicolor and 300 sugar.
I think we all agreed that we wanted to have it less sweet.
You want Belize.
Yeah.
I want to walk through with you
Okay.
and I'd like to taste these because I don't think I've tasted them directly together.
Okay.
And come up with the recipe we're going to try.
Okay.
All right? So we know we definitely want Belize. We're not going to. I don't think we're going to play with the profile roast at all. Just
No.
leave it our classic profile.
Classic profile, yeah.
Okay. And we don't know how much we need yet.
No.
We know we're going to put cocoa butter in. So I think we're going with mouthfeel here. One of these has 200, so 20%. One has 12%.
Got
So
it.
I think we get to just sort of decide which mouthfeel we maybe like the better.
Okay.
Okay?
I do like a greasier mouthfeel, I've noticed. Noah always notices the greasiness, but I don't.
Right. Well, and I want to say, though, in this cold warehouse, like it's 50 degrees in right here, I notice what you're calling greasiness more that disappears when it's warm, when the chocolate itself
Got
is
it.
warming.
Okay.
So, and I'm frankly making that clarification because greasy sounds off-putting, and I don't want people off-put by
Got it.
But I get your point. In this cold weather, it totally changes the mouthfeel
Got it.
into, well, solidified fat, because
Yeah.
the butter at a bicolor is so different.
Yeah.
So I mean, I agree with you, but I find it changes at a warmer temperature.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that's just my experience speaking to you about it. So cocoa butter, the bicolor that we're going to be doing the 300 roast. I think we've talked about it. We like them, but we can do this again, seeing which one we like better.
To add in 300 grams of bicolor?
Or no, the 300 degree temperature
Oh,
roast.
yes.
Okay, and then sugar. So let's walk through it. In theory, here we go. Here, let's do that. Oh, and they're such a different color. It should be easy to tell them apart here. There. Okay. What's your thought?
I like this one more.
Okay. Why do you like it? What about it do you like?
For some reason, I feel like I can taste the bicolor more in this one, even though there's more Alto Beni.
Well, it's darker roast.
Oh, is that the 300 roast?
Yeah, that's the 300. So
okay.
it's punching through even though there's less of it.
Got it.
So that totally tells us we want 300.
Oh, yeah, because this one only got a
small,
third.
tiny, small portion of it.
Got it. So definitely the 300.
Okay, so we've definitely got 300.
So this is more, same amount of sugar.
So now, yeah, they're both 30% sugar. So
I don't know why, but I do like the texture of this one more. But I can't pinpoint why.
well, if I had an educated guess here, is it actually has a lot more cocoa butter that's balancing out that quote unquote greasy contribution from the bicolor.
Ooh, okay.
So I think that's why
So the higher cocoa
you're
butter.
liking the higher cocoa butter.
Okay, yeah, I really do.
Okay. So, I mean, we could split the difference if you want. You know, this one's 12%, this one's 20%. We could either go with 20% or, split the difference at 17.5. But your call.
Let's
What do you think?
do the 20%.
Let's do the 20. Okay. We'll definitely do the bark roast. Do you want to keep to the 200, the 20% bicolor, or try bumping it a little bit for more flavor? Or do you like
I
the flavor?
do want to bump it up, but I don't know if that means I want to bring down the other nib.
Well, it usually has to go together. You bring one up, you bring one down.
Could we flip them?
We totally could.
Let's flip them.
Or we could make them equal.
Oh,
If we're going to equalize them, put 25% and 25% instead of 20 and 30.
okay.
Leaves us with 30% sugar. So here's the question. You've said a
Okay.
couple times, you think you want this less sweet.
Yeah.
Do you?
Trying it now, I feel like it's less sweeter than when we originally tried it for some reason. But I do think I want to cut the sugar down just to see how that plays out because it is more of a savory with the bicolor.
Okay.
And so I don't need the sweetness to really be that strong.
Okay, so how about, just a suggestion, let's just drop it by 5%, bring it to 75.
Okay.
And so we have to make that up somewhere because we're now
Okay.
only, we could increase the cocoa butter or we could increase both of these a little bit to balance out that 5%.
Let's add the 5% to the bicolor.
You got it. So 30.
Yeah.
Okay. And now the thing here, and I want to go over one more thing with you as part of a formulation, is we've got a good bit of cocoa butter that should help balance this out. And there's always the chance we're going to put this on today, and in 2 days, we'll taste it, or we'll probably taste it in 3. I'll temper it. 2 days, we'll taste it the 3rd day. We can always do this again and make one more iteration.
Okay.
If we decide, nope, that was a bad choice. But basically, we're zeroing in on the recipe we want.
Got it. Okay.
All right. So this is just for you, and you folks, for formulation. We need to make sure 100% we have enough cocoa butter in this recipe to flow in the melanger.
Okay.
Your rule of thumb's always going to be 35%.
Really? Okay.
So total. Okay. So what that's going to be is it's 20% cocoa butter. So we're going to have a 20% contribution. We've said this is 25% Belize. I estimate about 50% cocoa butter. So that means we've got 12.5% there. Okay?
Okay.
So that puts us up to 32.5%. Make sense?
Yeah.
I actually don't know how much is in bicolor. It in theory has maybe up to 60%, but it's got a ton of fiber, which counteracts some of it.
Got it. Okay.
But here's all I'm concerned about here. This is 20 plus 12.5. That's 32.5. There's got to be at least that much in the bicolor, so we're safe.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, wow. I wouldn't have thought about that. Yeah.
You have to consider that when you start changing these flavor profiles.
Got it. Okay.
That you can suddenly make something that's too dry to put in the melanger.
Got it. Okay.
All right?
How would you save that? If I did come up with something and I tried to start it, how would you save it? Just more cocoa butter?
Exactly.
Okay.
And record it. Make sure you record it so you're not flailing in the wind at the end going, how much did I add?
Got it. Okay.
So, go out to the way I do that is I tend to weigh out an exact number. 100 grams of cocoa butter, 200 grams of cocoa butter on my scale.
Okay.
Okay? And melt it, and then just start pouring it into the melanger until it suddenly fluidizes, and then go back and weigh the difference and find out how much you added and record that.
So what if you didn't melt the second batch of cocoa butter that you put into your melanger? Do you have to, or could you just throw a chunk of cocoa butter in there and
you
grind
want to
it
melt
down?
it because otherwise it can catch under the wheels and not grind down.
Got it.
You
Okay.
absolutely want to melt it.
Okay, that makes sense.
When you melt it, cocoa butter's got actually a really high smoke point, and so you don't really have to concern yourself with burning it, but it will burn. It will catch on fire, but that's well over 400 degrees.
I have experienced a cocoa butter fire.
If you happen to have a cocoa butter fire, no water, because it'll just splash it everywhere and you've got flames everywhere. So the easiest thing I find is stay calm, get a hold of the handle. It will be flaming, but you've got a good handle. Use a pot holder and walk it outside.
Yeah.
Just walk it outside, let it burn out.
I
That's
threw
all.
flour or something on it and it exploded.
Exactly. Yes. I know. So I guess we are talking about it right now.
Then we covered it with a bowl and it was perfectly fine.
Next time, walk it outside. Just walk it outside.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No flour. Flour is the worst thing.
I know.
It's
I said,
flammable.
my bad.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be like baking soda that's not flammable.
Got it. We
But
just didn't have any.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you had something flammable to it.
Listen, we were trying our best.
But that's the thing. Always have a plan.
Okay.
Know that I'm just going to walk it outside.
Okay.
That's all.
That's what I did when the vacuum exploded also, or set aflame.
Tried to burn out. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. We use vacuums really heavy for the winnowers, and it's not really a danger thing, but it's also why you wouldn't leave a winnower running unattended. That's why I tell you, don't leave it unattended. The winnower's not going to go have something wrong, but you could catch a rock. It could indeed catch either the juicer on fire or the vacuum. It just happens. Why you don't leave
I'm happy
equipment.
it wasn't the juicer.
Me too. Yeah.
The vacuum I just rolled out.
And that's all you do. We have a plan now. You unplug it and you just gently wheel it outside, and it's all safe.
Okay.
So anyway,
We're alive.
all right, that tangented off, but it's a good conversation to have. All right, hey, so that's what the kit's going to be. We're going to be doing a Mayan kind of Mayan. Belize,
Bicolor, little baby.
Woman-inspired, woman-assisted, woman-making.
That's why I love the bicolor, because it's, personally, I love it.
Yeah, there you go. So that's why I wanted you here.
So I'm so excited.
Anything else you want to say?
No.
To them?
No.
All right. Thanks for working for me, working for Chocolate Alchemy, and thanks for
Imagine
helping
if you
this.
fired me at the end.
No, I'm not going to fire you.
You
I want
said,
you around
thank
here
you
a
so
long
much,
time.
get out.
No.
Okay.
But
Yes.
if you need to leave, you leave.
Thank you for letting me be here.
Hey, I mean, that's really it. I wanted to show you Madeline. I wanted to talk about the kit. I wanted to show you about her contributions. And please check out our Kits of the Month, and you can see what she's doing.
What a great chat with Madie and John. If you want to find out more about our Kit of the Month, you can click through to chocolatealchemy.com/kits or go under Shop on our main menu. That'll take you where you can find out more about our kits. You can also go directly to our shop from there, click into the Chocolate Making Kit of the Month. A great way to show support for Madie in her new chocolate formulation would be to subscribe to the Kit of the Month. They go out March 20th, and you have a few days left, depending when you watch this video. Thanks for watching.